Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Imaginary is not very imaginary. It's actually bottom of the barrel of not using your brain. So nothing very imaginary about this film. Jessica moves back into her childhood home with her family. Her youngest stepdaughter, Alice, finds a stuffed bear named Chauncey. As Alice's behavior becomes more and more concerning, Jessica intervenes only to realize that Chauncey is much more than the stuffed toy bear she believed him to be. Oh, oh my god. Oh, okay. All right. Jeez. I wish I was watching the Ryan Reynolds Imaginary Friend movie. That seems a lot better than this. Okay. I I wasn't excited for this film, to be honest. The trailer looked like shit. Didn't look like scary. It didn't look. It was like it was scary. Apparently, this is produced by the people that did Five Nights at Freddy's and Megan. Two films I did not like. Kind of got a little bit backlash on Megan, to be honest, because that was like a big different. You know, people thought that was like campy, funny. Five Nights at Freddy's, I honestly didn't get that much hate, surprisingly. And I didn't find Five Nights at Freddy's scary. I thought it was trying to be way too funny, and it failed to be scary because it was trying to be funny, and it kind of did nothing with the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. This film just fails on every fucking level. It tries to be not funny, but it tries to be scary, and it fails. Like, this movie does not know how to build suspense. Well, actually, I'll give it credit for trying to build suspense. This movie does try, but it falls on its face because then it literally just shows you everything. Literally, the first 5 seconds, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to show. You know what the creature looks like. There's just plot twists is like coming from a mile away that you just know that are going to happen, and it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. It's terrible writing, and I'm sick of these fucking horror films that keep getting made when I see better freaking short horror films. Like, this is, I don't. It's an interesting concept. Like, imagine like your closest like horror, imagining Fred or any sort of Fred can turn on you and try to kill you. That's an interesting concept, I guess, in itself. But the movie does nothing with it. Like, the half the time of this movie is like this little girl who I'm not gonna. I know really. I know that you're not really supposed to trash on kid acting, but this was one of the worst kid acting I have ever seen in a movie. It's honestly really fucking terrible. Um, maybe we should not be friends, Chomsky. Like, the movie focuses on this little girl named Alice, who is the stepdaughter of Jessica. I don't remember the name of the actors. I don't give a shit about. I'm trying to remember the name of the actors. And so Jessica has this some. It's hinted at that this she has some form of attachment to this like entity that's going on with Alice. And so throughout the film, you see Alice, like, it seems cute, like she's talking to her imaginary friend, but then it turns out to be a little bit more than that. It's somewhat like a demonic demon type of deal. And like in the more that she interacts with this like imaginary friend, she becomes more aggressive. And you also find out that like there's this list of things that she has to do. Like, it's like she's like playing a game with this imaginary friend, and next the movie kind of spirals into like this, like, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street situation where, like, certain things can happen, and like so throughout the whole entire film you're waiting for stuff to happen. Like, you have this like neighbor teen boy who's a fucking idiot, you know, who comes over at one point in the house, and Chauncey somewhat plays like a mind game with him. It's like, like, so as the more of the movie goes on, Alice just gets a little bit more crazy, and she doesn't like this teen boy. It's like, she goes like, "Okay, you can eat him. I don't like him." And Chauncey just plays a game with him. Like, he does, like, nothing happens to this kid. Like, literally nothing actually happens to this fucking movie until like the last 20 minutes. And also, nothing pisses me off more when you literally have a scene for no reason. Like, so this kid actually makes a mess in this family's home, and goes up to grab towels, and it just leaves the towels. He's like, he takes a piss in their bathroom, makes a mess, doesn't fucking clean it up. So this kid doesn't have any fucking manners. And he gets piss all over his hands. He wipes it off with the towels, leaves the towels on the counter with that has piss on it now, and he just walks out of the bathroom. I'm like, you just came up to grab those towels and you're just gonna leave them and also leave piss on it? Like, what the fuck was the point of this scene? It's just trying to get you even more to want to see this kid die. And actually, you don't see this kid die. And, it's PG-13, so you can't really have it, like, be very violent, even though you do see somewhat blood towards the end. It blows my mind, whoever thinks that this is like, oh, this is 10 out of 10. It's scary. The jump scares are on point. And I don't get it. I really don't. Nothing in this movie was scary. And when you see the creature, they show it like they don't hide the creature. They show it. Chauncey doesn't actually take the opportunity to kill that person, even though you can kill this person. It's the most laziest bullshit I've ever seen. And like the story, it just makes no sense because it ties into Jessica's past, and it's like, well, how am I supposed to remember that? Like, I was 5 years old, and next when you see her past and what happens, and it's like, how the fuck do you forget that? What 5-year-old kid forgets something like that? That kid would be traumatized for life, unless the spirit has some magical powers to make you forget. The movie doesn't explain shit. It doesn't get like where does this creature come from? Where does this demon come from? And it's like it seems like, oh, it has to do with something with Jessica, only Jessica, but it's happening to other kids outside of that. The movie doesn't like know its own story, really. And like apparently like this demon can influence other people. It's like and like this movie tries to go for like a message of like, sometimes you have to make the hardest choices for the ones that you love. And it's literally 5 seconds later the movie says, no, fuck that. All right, generic ending, here we go. it's really bad. It's really bad. Don't go see this film. I hate this movie so much, like, Night Swim. I thought this was going to be written by the same. What are you doing, Sam? Apparently my cat sees a bug. So I'm gonna read some Letterboxd reviews like I did that. I'm just gonna make this like a tradition to do on a bad horror film because it's so interesting to read some of these comments, to be honest. So from I don't know, Brandon, we got this was so much better than I thought it would be. And it was so cool. I love how artsy it felt, and the end was so good. Well, see, I'm glad you enjoyed the film, but you didn't really tell me what was actually good about it. From Alan, 10, I don't know, whatever. He gives it 5 stars out of, and with a heart. Dude, this movie had me clutching my pearls. Your pearls? Okay. I actually cried because I was so terrified and had goosebumps the entire time. The actual Goosebumps TV show and that fucking weird ass movie with Jack Black is more scary than this fucking movie. I will not be sleeping tonight at all. My anxiety was through the roof. Like, I can't begin to explain how scared I was. Even though some of it was predictable, I just couldn't physically handle this movie. So this is from In Creamer. All right. 5 stars. Fun, entertaining, funny, jump scares, good plot, great plot twists. Sure. Recommend to see anyone wanting a decent horror that isn't a complete loser and likes to have fun and enjoy a movie. Well, you're just shitting on my opinion. Okay, well well, fuck you. Like, I don't like why should I go see it? Because it's fun, what's fun, entertaining, funny, and jump scares and good plot and great plot twists meaning? What is it like? Give me a reason I gotta go see it instead of calling me a fucking loser. I already know I'm a fucking loser. You don't need to tell me I'm a loser. Like, I already know I'm a loser. Like, so I don't okay. JP, 5 stars with a heart. Can't wait to see this movie come to life in Halloween Horror Nights. At Universal, it was the creepiest movie of all time. There was enough jump scares, and Chauncey plays no games. Actually, Chauncey does play a game throughout this whole entire movie, and it's like, ha, I got you. You thought I was going to kill you. And with, he plays a game throughout the whole entire movie with the little girl with their little list. So, fall got you right on there on your review. And yeah, this would go perfectly with Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, because those usually suck, like this movie. I'm gonna give Imaginary an F. I fucking hate this movie. There was nothing fun about this movie, nothing scary about this movie. It was predictable from a mile away. Literally, you have a fucking grandma that is fast, like that can teleport throughout the whole entire film. That makes no fucking sense, even though she's not possessed or anything. So yeah, don't go see this film. Thank you guys for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.